Hi guys, welcome to my channel, and I am back with Miss Renley. Um, and I'm here to talk about my experience with taking her to work. But first, I would like to thank those that have subscribed to my channel. Thank you so much. I so appreciate you guys. And here we are. Look how adorable she is looking. She has a sleeper with some flowers, and on her feet, there's these little gray mice. So adorable. She has a little gray headband to match the little mice on her feet. And I did change a few things on Renly, and that is that I gave her more hair. Let's see if I could pull her up to the camera. I gave her some more hair. You can kind of still see her scalp, but I did give her more hair and some more eyelashes. So I did change that about Miss Renley. Um, Hispanic babies, a lot of them are born with a lot of hair, except for me. I was not born with a lot of hair. I had like a little tuft of hair on the top of my head, but now I have lots of hair. But my kids were born with tons of hair. So anyway, so I decided to give her more hair. And I think that I will feed her as I tell you guys my experience with Miss Renley at my job. So I'm going to set her up really quick to feed her. I'll be right back. And we are back. So I still have my Christmas trees up and my Christmas decor. It's been, it got very cold. We've got a little bit of snow, and I'm still trying to get the hang of feeding her. Um, but yes, I still have my decor up. She is taking the bottle. I can see the bubbles. Um, but anyways, um, so let me tell you first that I am a CNA, and I have been a CNA for 17 years. And out of those 17 years, I want to say that I have worked with um, people with dementia for about 14 of those 17 years. And I love what I do, and I am so thankful for my job. And I'm so thankful that I had the opportunity to work as a CNA. It is a hard job mentally and physically, and a lot of times you have a lot of workload on you, but it is extremely rewarding. And I have heard people say that when you're down in the dumps, or just having hard times, bless somebody else, like help other people, and that also will uplift you. And that is so true, guys, because a lot of times I go to work just with whatever going on with heavy loads, and the moment that I start working and taking care of the residents, it really does lift up my spirits. So, and that is not to say also that you have hard times. um it's not always unicorn and rainbows. It's a hard job physically and mentally, especially when you're dealing with people with dementia. And it is a devastating disease. It is hard to watch, and you have some very just sobering, sad moments, but you're also, you're like their family also. And um, people with dementia, like if you are a constant caregiver, they may not remember your name, but they know that you are a part of their life. You know, they do recognize that you take care of them, and they do see you like family. So anyway, so I purchased Miss Renley to take to work. And guys, let me tell you something. I was terrified of my decision to do that, because I have taken little 7-inch silicones, but I've kept those in my bag discreetly and pulled them out when there wasn't a lot of people. But with Miss Renley here, I could not hide her. I brought her in a carrier, a real baby carrier. And so I couldn't hide her. So also, um, like my husband, like I had talked about having an outing with, one of my dolls, and he's always been like, please do not bring a doll out with us. So um, with his reaction, it's definitely made me reluctant to have any outings, because we're already seen as strange. So it's made me reluctant to take my babies out. So I'm sorry if I'm not seeming graceful in feeding her, but still trying to get the hang of it. But she is doing well, and I see the bubbles. But anyway, so I decided to do this. I decided to purchase Miss Renley and take her to work, so the residents can have experience with a baby, on a on a bigger scale that felt more realistic, looked more realistic, can feed. And guys, um, I was terrified. I really was. So I went into work and I brought her, and I sort of like made a joke to kind of make myself more relaxed. I said, "Oh, I brought in my baby. I couldn't find a sitter." So I got into like a role play mode, right? And kind of was making a joke like, "Yeah, I didn't have a sitter, so I had to bring my baby into work." And so I put Miss Renley down. I put her carrier kind of just down on the floor. And I clocked in and put her down, and the some people that were there came to check Miss Renley out, and they were like, "Oh my goodness, she looks so real." So, as other people started coming in, like it startled them that there was a baby carrier in our break room, and there was a baby in it, and they got startled because they thought it was a real baby. She looked so real. So far I was getting very positive reactions. So I was so relieved because, guys, I was terrified. um so everyone was curious about her, and I had them hold her, and they couldn't believe how she felt, her weight, and how she felt so real. So, and guys, the reactions that I got from the residents was priceless. And of course, I have to be careful what I say because, the whole HIPAA thing. But oh my goodness, she got loved on. She got hugged on. They sang to her. There were tears, like people remembering when they had babies. Oh, it was priceless. The reactions, just absolutely priceless. Such a beautiful thing to watch. It just made my heart so happy. And in on another day, um, there was a different nurse working, and um, and she just worked um, a half day. And before she left, she wanted to see, the residents interacting. So I told her, while I do my round, you can go ahead and take her around to the residents, if you want to see them interacting with her. I was like, just watch my baby. Do not walk away and leave my baby. Make sure you supervise her. And she's like, I promise I will watch your baby. And she was also amazed at this little girl. So she took Miss Renley around to the residence, and they loved on her. They hugged on her. They held her. And oh, and one our weekend manager, this lady, came out of the office into the building, and um she she was very curious of Miss Renly's body. They had stripped my baby down to check her out, check her feet out, check to see her parts. So they had completely just checked her out, and they were amazed. I had one coworker, and look, Miss Renley is all done. Um, Let me tell you, she has such Lisa did so good with her drinking wet. Like, um, I will kind of burp her afterward to make sure, like, coax, the water down. But, like, no liquid stays behind. Like, when I change her, after that, that's it. She drains completely. Like, she did such an excellent job with this drinking wet. She feeds easy. Like, I don't have to push on her hard. She just did such a fantastic job with her. I am just so pleased with Miss Renley and how she works. Um, oh Lord, I have lost my train of the. Oh, okay, so one coworker said she did not like her feet because her feet just looked so real. So she got a little creeped out. I mean, she thinks that Renly is cool, but it creeped her out that she just looks so real, and that her feet look so real. But all in all, my experience taking Renly to work was priceless. I am so happy that I purchased her. I'm so happy that the residents can love on her and got to, will be experiencing her. And I had one lady tell me that she had three boys. She never had any girls. But she held Renly and said now she's got her girls. So it was just such a wonderful experience. And when I brought Miss Renly home, I bathed her, because she was held a lot. She was kissed on a lot, hugged on a lot. So I bathed her and I fed her. And guys, let me tell you something. Bringing her to home to wash her down and feed her and care for her was so relaxing also for me. It was like the perfect ending for a long, hard day, which you wouldn't think that coming home to keep caring for, someone is relaxing, but it really was. There's something about feeding her and caring for her. As women, we never lose that nurturing um that nurturing spirit in us will always be there, right? But yes, guys, so I am so happy that I purchased her, and it has been just a wonderful experience with Miss Renley. So I am so pleased. And yeah, so that has been my experience. And thank you guys for watching and listening to my experience. Oh, and another thing that I want to say, if there's any of you guys out there watching that are dealing with family members that have dementia, please get educated. Get learn as much as you can, because it is such it is really such a devastating disease. Like, you will see your loved ones behaved like you've never seen. Like, I have heard things like, um oh, my family member would have never spoken like that. My family member would have never done this. Or, why is my family member acting crazy? Like, get educated, and for yourself, for your peace of mind, to understand and help them and give them that grace and that compassion that they need. Um, but yeah, guys, that is the end of my story, my experience. Thank you so much for watching. Have a blessed day, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.